Just look at that masterpiece. I finally built my own gaming PC, and you know what that means. I can play whatever game I want to play. You know what? Let's try this mug out. Let's try this. I love zombies. These undead, flesh-eating abominations not only want to eat your brains, but turn you into one of them. It's a simple concept that spawned generations of novels, movies, games, and hell, even music. You would be crazy to think that the world of Flash games would be any different. Masterpiece. There are so many great zombie games out there, but there are 3 in particular that hold a special place in my heart. The strategy game, Autumn War, Boxhead, and finally, the game we'll actually be playing, Last Stand 2. As for the other 2 games, I talk about them more, but I'm too lazy.
This is so boring.
Now, before we play Last Stand 2, we need to understand the story of the first game. You play as Jack, a survivor holding out against hordes of zombies in a makeshift fort. Over the span of 20 days, Jack's little fortification becomes a final bastion within the area. Eventually, he ends up rallying a band of survivors that look to him for leadership. Around day 20, in a desperate final stand, a passing military chopper arrives and evacuates the group. Unfortunately, among the survivors is a bite victim. He attacks the group, bringing the entire chopper down with him. This brings us to the events of Last Stand 2. Jack, now with badass beard, must now fight tooth and nail across the state to get to the chopper's destination, the evacuation effort held in Union City. Also, I don't want to brag, but I was kind of a hunting rifle god in that first game. Okay, wait, hold on a minute. So, not only are we killing zombies, we're going across the state, leading a group of survivors to safety. Bro, this made a 13-year-old me feel like Rick Grimes. I'm sorry this happened to you. Oh, look at that exposition. Flash games with storylines? Oh, cream of the crop. Cream of the crop. Oh my god, dude. Wow. Right into the action, I guess. And those are zombie dogs?
This is Precious. All she ever dreamt of was to be let inside.
Oh, Precious. You're welcome in my shop. Anytime. But there are consequences.
Look at that trigger finger.
And there you go. First night down. Now, after the attack, we head to the logistical part of the game. Since we're given a set amount of hours before the next horde attack, we can either use that time to repair our defenses or search the building within the area. In regards to the buildings, we can find weapons, survivors, and even supplies to use for traveling. Well, after that abrupt surprise attack from the Hellhounds, we definitely need to patch that wall up. I also need a new weapon, so we're taking a trip into town and ransacking the 2 buildings that have weapon icons, and let's just check out the quick stop because why not? A revolver? Oh, yo, you know who I am. Don't you recognize your friend Shane? I'm Rick.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Guys, we finally did it. We are now leading a group of survivors, and you know what? We become leaders in what we have here. Shout out to the old guy for surviving this long. Also, take a look at this shit.
And when we run out of bullets, maybe they're gonna wish we had them.
After about a week of holding out and scavenging Glendale, we finally have enough to leave and move over to the next town, Claysburg. So after 2 days of looting this town, we found an Uzi and a UMP-45. I'm trying out this strat of giving my group mates the better weapons while I'm using the crappier ones. I mean, I feel like they need the extra firepower where I could probably manage with the pistol and the chainsaw combo. We've also found another survivor, so we're running quads now. Kind of like Left 4 Dead, just with no girls and more sausage. Another survivor? Oh man, look at that. All 5 of us holding out in a church? So iconic. It reminds me of Walking Dead for some reason.
You don't know what it is to be hungry.
Oh yeah, I remember now. Alright, after spending a few days here ransacking the town, I'd say we're due for some scenery change. Are you f***ing kidding me? They killed the old man? Look, okay, I know it's a trope at this point for the elderly to bite the dust during the apocalypse, which, believe me, happens a lot in these types of stories. But come on, man. I looked at him as like a wise sage of the group. He was one of the dudes I actually wanted to see survive. Thankfully, though, as I ransacked the town, we stumbled upon another old man. This time with a do-rag, so he's definitely cooler than his predecessor. We've pretty much looted most of the buildings here. I mean, we have a little over a week of resources for traveling, so let's just go ahead and skip Aspenwood and head straight for Jonestown. Alright guys, we're at the endgame here. Union City is the destination, and we're only a city away. This is where things get dicey. We need to get enough resources to make the final stretch, but the zombies here are going to be relentless, so, you know, let's actually set up some traps this time. Man, I feel like Kevin McAllister, but instead of ice and spiders, we have bear traps and mines. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.